What's up, my people? So much has happened regarding Nigerian election. Right now, Tinubu is the one leading according to INEC, but we're still waiting for official announcement. I mean, it went well at some polling units, but then it did not go so well at several polling units. Election officials, INEC officials arrived hours late to so many units, and people were uploading videos of themselves, not just waiting for hours but organizing themselves as they were waiting for INEC. They were giving each other numbers. In this video, Omani Oboli was giving numbers to all the people that had arrived before INEC officials showed up. Election was supposed to start at 8:30 a.m. and end at 2:30 p.m. as you guys are aware, but the average arrival time at several units for the INEC officials was between 11 and 12 p.m.
The INEC officials that came to Trademore Estates came to the wrong polling unit. So 11, we are still waiting for the right INEC officials, and we have over 1,500 people here.
So why are you not voting?
There is no INEC officials. There are no polling units.
So INEC officials finally arrived, and now there's chaos. Typical Nigerian fashion. Before the INEC officials came, we all picked numbers. Now we are telling them, let us use the numbers that we picked so that it can be orderly. They're no griot. They said nobody can tell them what to do.
There's one unit at Dowen College in Lekki where INEC officials arrived at 6 p.m. In fact, they had to go and pick them up.
This good Samaritan had to go and carry them from where they were, and he brought them to us. See him going to park his car now. He brought them to us. See. So we are going to vote now. Let me start calling people to come out.
And then there's a lot of frustration with accreditation equipment not working at some places.
I've been to 3-4 polling centers, and you know something? I can't even find my name.
I registered at Unit 13, NNPC Gates, and I've been voting there. Since I came out by 8 o'clock, I've been looking for my name. It's not there.
INEC, hey, I registered, I transferred my card, I picked up my PVC. Now your Beavers is saying I'm not registered. What are you guys doing? It's like people want problem with me.
GRA Ikulu Primary School. Nobody's voting. The Beavers doesn't tally with the PVCs. All the Beavers equipment are not functioning.
Okay, so accreditation was done with Beavers. That's bimodal voter accreditation system. That is software programmed to store every voter's information and verify their identity. They were able to verify each voter either by their thumbprint or facial scan. Now, what I do not understand till now is why they didn't program this same software to allow each person, you know, after the accreditation, to allow them to select the candidate of their choice on the same system. I mean, it's a software. It could have been programmed, considering that INEC said that they were going to spend 355 billion naira on this election. That's almost $800 million. I don't know if they eventually spent that much, but that's how much they had budgeted for this election. And they had 4 years to prepare for this election. But you know, for some reason, after using computer for accreditation, they would then give paper ballots to people to vote. There's nothing wrong with paper ballots, please don't get me wrong, but from previous elections, we all knew how it goes with paper ballots in Nigeria. Number one, thugs will come and steal ballot boxes, and again, that happened this year, especially in Lagos.
Can you see what is happening now? They want to make sure they suppress others from voting.
They are shooting gun, no. We came to vote. They are shooting gun everywhere. They are chasing people.
Earlier on in the morning, around 11:50 a.m., while I was on Instagram Live, a couple thugs came. They were snatching phones and beating people at my polling unit. They snatched my phone, but I was able to get it back. They destroyed a couple of ballot boxes before the military eventually arrived.
Guys, this election is absolute madness. We had a group of these area boys just coming after we organized, there's been a lot of organization to set up the polling station. They came and they scattered everything. They were beating up people.
The polling unit that I was inside Aja, they came with juju, started to scuttle the whole process. They scattered the whole place. We had to run for our dear lives.
I mean, if they had used the same beavers, it's like iPad, it's not that big. It would have been easy to hide that if thugs arrive, somebody could have put it in their clothes as they were running, instead of trying to hide big plastic ballot boxes. Also, we knew from past experience that some electoral officers who have been bought would lock themselves somewhere, printing people's ballot papers to rig the election, And again, that happened this year. This could have been prevented if they had used the beavers for people to vote and transmitted the result immediately as people were voting. In the video you just watched, the INEC officials allegedly locked themselves in one classroom. They were printing all the ballot papers, and the police, the soldiers, protected them. That's why the people outside were protesting. But what I love is the fact that people stayed at their polling units, not just to vote, but to protect their vote. They stayed to make sure that, first of all, the officials counted all their votes so that they themselves know and record who won at each polling unit, and they were uploading these videos.
Not even the rain can stop us.
That's awesome. This is the only reason why we are able to tell INEC that INEC, you are rigging this election, because a lot of the results that people celebrated at their polling units did not match what we started seeing on INEC's website. First of all, at the end of the day, at the end of the election, we had so many units where the electoral officers, INEC officers, refused to transmit the results that had been counted, the result of their unit. They refused to transmit it to the INEC server.
So let me start all over again. On the House of Reps, we have Labour Party 234, APC 38, PDP. This is our results here. This is our results here, up to the presidential results. But the man here has said the password that they would use to log into the server, the INEC server, to upload our results is lost. And he has refused to give us the original to take
pictures. They had several excuses. Some of them said there was no network, no internet network to transmit, even though they had network for the accreditation.
Right now, there's a code they're supposed to use to send the results to the server. All of a sudden, they say they are looking for the code. And they are looking for it everywhere. Rain is falling, and I've been on that rain looking for this paper everywhere. They've not found this paper. And another colleague from the other polling unit, after our own, called again and said something is happening there.
At some polling units, people were turning on their hotspot for them to upload, and they still won't upload. They will come up with another excuse. At another unit, the election officer said they couldn't upload without electricity. So somebody went home and brought their power generator. People were desperate. They were like, by fire, by force, you must upload. I'm telling you, there was one woman that said she could only upload at the police station. And they were like, there was no crime committed here. Why do you need to go to the police station? Later, she said she got an order from her boss not to upload.
You said that you made mistake. We should find Tipex. We find Tipex. Upload. You say you want to go and do it in police station.
No violence here now.
No violence here. Upload results.
You are not going anywhere. You must transmit these results from here. You said you are anywhere.
You see what we are dealing with? So many of them had to upload by fire by force when people threatened violence. But you know, at the collating offices, there was also trouble. So after they've transmitted, there was trouble where they were transmitting to. Like there's this collating office in Lagos where thugs went there to beat up the officials.
This is for me from Alimosho. See, we are Ikot local government. And then these people have started beating us here. They're beating some of our people. They're beating most of our people there. They're beating some of our people there. They are started though. They are beating us. They are beating us here. They are beating us. They are injuring us here. Please, we need people to come to our rescue. Please come to our rescue.
And I'm like, what happened to the soldiers that we were seeing on the streets? I mean, what's going on? And then we saw the video of another collating officer changing the results that his fellow INEC officials had sent in.
Now, why are you talking like this now?
He's actually telling you facts.
We were searching for you. You went into hiding.
And then we want Tipex everywhere. No, it's the truth, Yes, the thing he's doing is wrong because we are seeing the results here and not the results we had at the polling units. And he needs to stop what he's doing because he's not entering everything into the master sheet for the beavers. Yes. Gbogbo nǹkan tẹ̀ ń ṣe yìí sí ó ti wà invalid already. Now lórí beavers and then gbogbo result tó enter sí láti gbàgbà ká tó wá síbi àti ṣe now.
Just 2 units láti ṣe ń gbà yẹn.
Yes, then wọ́n wá bí sí gbogbo result tó enter bí it's not what happened at the polling units.
Baba, hey, these people have no fear of God. This explains why when INEC started announcing results, a lot of people were shocked to see that the results that they witnessed at their polling units had changed from what was uploaded on INEC's website. By the way, speaking of INEC's website, first of all, it's a shame the way this whole election counting process went. There was no visual result of who's winning on INEC's website. You literally have to go into each state. First of all, you have to register on INEC's website before you can access their result. And then you go into the state where you want to see results. You can't just see the national results like that. You go into the state where you want to see results. And then you go into the local government. And then you go to the ward. And then it's just like such a ridiculous process. At the end of the day, what do you see? Paper, handwritten paper result for every polling unit. If you wanted to see like a general visual result of who's winning the presidency, especially, which is what a lot of people wanted to know, people were getting that from other websites. If individuals can develop websites showing us this, why can't INEC develop that on their website? It's a whole organization with a lot of money. You know, in Kenya, when they were having their election, the whole world could see live and direct. They were uploading online. You didn't have to register anywhere. It was just like here in the US. You could see who's winning, who's not winning. Hey, if Kenya can get it right, Nigeria, you think we can't get it? I'm pretty sure we can do that as well in Nigeria. But they didn't want to do that because they don't want to be transparent. Did you notice they will have at least 2 INEC officials from each state of the country travel all the way to Abuja to to present their handwritten results of the election from their state? And then they were reading it one by one, calling the number one by one. 112-422-87. Kiniko 112. And I said, oh, Jesus, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. If my friends were to ask me, Adela, who's winning election in your country, I could not tell them to tune in to watch live, you know, the count, because it was very, very embarrassing. And then after counting the numbers one by one, they will show us one spreadsheet like that. And then the 2 representatives will get up to go and present their numbers to the INEC chairman. He will shake their hands, they will shake him, he will give them some kind of certificate, I don't know, before they leave. That was a whole ceremony on itself. And then we'll wait for officials from another state to come, and I was like, you don't mean you don't mean it. In 2023, this went on for days. And then you have a situation where some numbers did not tally. You know, they were giving reports contradictory numbers. I don't know if you saw this video of this professor in Gombe.
Number of accredited voters, 78487. Then total valid votes, 88991.
How can it be greater than the total accredited vote? Check your total accredited vote. Is what?
That's a professor, by the way. We can do better than this, Nigeria. The most disappointing thing, though, is how the election was rigged. It was just too obvious. So many people went on Twitter complaining that election never took place at their polling units because the INEC officials did not show up. Yet, INEC uploaded results on their website. And when you look at the uploaded results, people were complaining that a lot of these results were not signed by any presiding officer, yet it's considered legit. There was this brother who apparently flew home from the US. He went to Nigeria to vote in his home state. I believe he's from Imo State, but INEC did not show up at his polling unit. There was no election. Nevertheless, results surfaced on INEC's website. The man went on Twitter. He's like, are you kidding me? I came all the way from the US. There was no election. You are posting results. Thunder will fire you. I mean, we knew that they would rig the election. They always do. But the level of rigging this year is on a whole nother level. It's insane. You see, me, I'm not for any candidate. But if you would win honorably, win with integrity. There, first of all, no need to intimidate people. There were polling units where some people would tell them, if you're here to vote for Peter Obi, leave now because this place is for APC.
If you don't even vote APC for a year, go your house. Nobody force you come here. Go out, so if I see you vote another, I will come look at. If I see you vote another party, go ahead and house. This territory where you get, na APC, go your house.
See my cloth. Telling me in public, everybody there here. Say if you don't vote for P2B, if you want to vote for P2B, go home. Go to your local government.
So if you want to vote
for P2B, go home. In River State.
After you saw that video, it's mind-boggling that in 2023, people would do this. There were so many young people who allowed themselves to be used as thugs for politicians on election day.
So what for, madam? What happened?
We there here, we can't vote. Before we know, Obaseki carry motor come. As he come, the other people have to scatter everything. Now Obaseki night one.
Who the Obaseki has in who? Our governor. Are you sure you saw him?
Yes, nice one.
Some boys came here to scatter our polling booths, and we caught them. They are dealing with them right now.
They were disrupting everywhere. So it's not fair. If you would win in the right way. Me, I don't believe in the end justifies the means. At least let people see what they suffered for, because people really turned out for this election. People really suffered. A lot of people were at their polling units until after midnight trying to protect their vote.
What's the time?
I don't know.
Sorry? 2:15, eh?
We are still at as at 2:30 a.m. Nigerian time. We are still at INEC Collection Center here in Sokoto North local government.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, what time is it?
It is 1:23.
1:23 a.m. The Lord is good. My sister brought me starch and banga soup. I never shopped today, but I said I must eat. We're still counting. Don't worry, guys.
It's your food.
We're going to wait. We are going to wait till we upload.
But upon all that, Unko, you rigged the election. It's not fair. I honestly don't see the point in INEC using beavers for accreditation for this election. I mean, if you couldn't program it to record votes, what's the point? You spend all that money on this gadget just for accreditation. Accreditation is not that hard to tell that somebody is who they said they are. I mean, you could just use their driver's license or whatever ID they bring with picture, look at the picture, look at the person to know if it is the person. If you were going to spend that much money on accreditation machine, why not program it to also record people's votes and have it transmitted immediately to INEC's headquarters? And for God's sake, INEC, this is not how to collate results. It's supposed to be done electronically. We should be seeing the numbers increasing as people are voting. That's how it's done everywhere else. In the next video, we'll talk about Obasanjo's letter to Buhari about this ongoing election. But more importantly, I want to know what your experience was like if you voted. Thank you so much, guys. Huge shout out, by the way, to all the Nigerian celebrities that identified with the people in this election. We appreciate you guys. We see you and we love you and we appreciate you. All right, y'all, it's been real and I'm keeping you right up in here. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, I'm watching you on Plasma TV. Press the subscribe button and the bell button. Until next time, I'm gonna see you all later. Peace out.